by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Welcome back to another night of Shtick with Koolfrogg. I guess that's what you want to call it. I have no clue. Seriously, have zero things to talk about. Zero things of any content whatsoever. Today's been one heck of a day, one long day, and I just finally getting a chance myself to catch my breath, sit down, and chill out. I seriously had no time to do anything. There's zero show set up. Am I concerned? Nah, not really. Not really. Y'all know what happens when I do that. Is you just never know who's going to come in and who's going to join, who's going to say, "Hey, hey, what's going on?" I just it's just been a bullshit day. And so what do? As opposed to just going live over on Rumble, decided, hey, well, screw it. I don't have any specific topics. I don't have anything that's like hard hitting, like, oh my God, this is a Rumble exclusive or something. None of that. None of that. There's absolutely nothing. So, you want me to talk about something? You got something interesting for me to talk about? You think, hey, Koolfrogg, I'm kind of surprised you didn't catch this or whatever. Hit me up. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here for a few hours and just chill out. I just need to chill out. It's been one ridiculous fucked up day, and I just want it to end. And the best way for it to end is for it to end with with a bang per se. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you. Long time no see. Uh, not much when you say what's up. I have no content that I actually went ahead and was able to conjure up to produce for the day, to try doing anything with. I mean, fuck, I could probably go grab a couple different news sites and just go thumb through them or whatever and be like, oh, look at this, oh, look at that. But usually when I do my stuff, whatever, though most don't catch it, is there is a rhyme and a reason for each and every single one of them on what I'm doing. It's not a, oh, okay, that was a worthless, fucked up bullshit night, whatever. No. It's actually all right, not bad. I really do appreciate the follows over on Rumble. 553 followers. I've watched the number slowly increase over the last few weeks since being taken off of YouTube or temporarily suspended from YouTube per se, I guess you could say. I'm at one strike on YouTube. That's why I'm live right now on YouTube. What's up, Great Liquor? Good to see you. Anybody want to know where that is? Oh, yep, that's on the Rumble side. Because though I decided, whatever, I have no specific topic. Just go live, go have fun, go talk to the people, see what's going on, let them know about the things coming up in the future. I'm supposed to have Grimsbar this weekend. I'm not positive if that's for sure. We were penciled in. If for whatever reason, something falls through on that, I will still do something. I don't know what that something will be. I have no clue. It could be the best, most funnest night ever. I might keep it members only. I might not. I have no clue. I have no clue. Um, I have reached out to him, or I have to reach out to him, um, and from that up, see if that's indeed the fact of the matter. I would like it to be. I would like it to be. I'd like to talk to the guy. I haven't talked to him in a while. Charlemagne hitting up on that Rumble side. Y'all hit that thumbs up button for me on both the YouTube and Rumble side here tonight. I'm kind of like go walk up to the pond and stick one toe in. Just see how tepid the water is over here on YouTube this late at night. Cause I don't know how many people are gonna realize, hey, Cool Frog's live. Hey, we should go check out Cool Frog, see what he's actually talking about. Why is he live here on YouTube? What is it? What is it that's going on? Who knows? Who knows? Kind of surprised I haven't seen a couple people. We'll give them a few moments to maybe figure it out, maybe realize that it's such a thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I do like my news and my politics, so y'all sit back and just think, oh yeah, he's just gonna sit here and shoot the shit with us the whole time. You greatly mistake. You greatly mistaken. I'd end up going to watching something, whether it be full committee hearing or whatever it be. What's up, Murph Turf? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just saying, gotta figure something out. Gotta figure something out for a backup just in case. I'm hoping that it's still a thing. Darth Hideous. Second butt fist fight nearly breaks Senate hearing. What's up, Divinity? Good to see you, dude. Over on that Rumble side, I mean, we can shut off the YouTube side. We can go and do that. I mean, I just figured I got nothing. In specific that I have to cover. Didn't have the time to do all of that. Because everything that I usually cover, I read once. So I didn't have time to read it once. I'm not gonna try and read it once now and have it be like, oh, that was a nothing burger of an article. I want my articles to mean something, potentially anyway. So throw something at me, throw some thoughts at me. I really don't want to go and watch full committee hearing. And I know Darth has some fist fight, whatever, butt fisting with Bernie Sanders. Tensions erupted in Capitol Hill on Tuesday after a fist fight nearly broke out. Senate hearing a Republican congressman accused former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy of assaulting him. Now, I heard Mark Wayne Mullen actually, complaining about being jabbed in the back by an elbow, right in the kidney, so it didn't feel good. So he went and he ran after him, some type of thing. The exchange occurred when Mullen, a former MMA fighter, recalled an interaction he had with O'Brien in June on Twitter. At the time, they discussed engaging in an MMA fight for charity after they had gotten into a heated back and forth in a previous congressional hearing. There you go. You got your news, your politics, and your sports all wrapped into one article. We done here, folks. you know you want to fist Bernie Sanders? Uh-huh. Frog didn't even read the article to everyone. I sure as hell did. I just didn't show it. I just didn't show it. I just read it because I'm not one to. I'll read the rest of it. I'll show everybody the rest of it because it gets the altercation gets kind of funny. The altercation gets kind of funny here. Let's do this. At the time, they discussed engaging in an MMA fight in charity after they had gotten into a heated back and forth in previous congressional hearing. Mullen read aloud O'Brien's original tweet in a hearing Tuesday. Greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made, in reality, just a clown and fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quite the tough guy act in the Senate hearings. You know where you can find me, any place, anytime, cowboy. The tweet also said hashtag little man syndrome and showed a photo of Mullen at a debate where he's standing on a pedestal at a podium. Mullen then said in the hearing, "Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here." Consenting adults. That's what you need to get into a fist fight. Consensual fist fight. Okay, that's fine and perfect, O'Brien said. You want to do it now? Mullen replied. I'd love to do it right now, O'Brien said. Then stand your butt up, then, said Mullen. You stand your butt up, said O'Brien. Mullen then stood up. The committee chairman, Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont, stopped the altercation from happening, yelling at Mullen, "Stop it. No, no, sit down. You know you're a United States Senator." Why did they put senator in small s? That's a title. That's a title. That should be a capital S on that. The entire episode evolved in Mullen and O'Brien calling each other names, not normally heard in committee hearings, but they did not get physical. The two appeared to conclude the exchange by agreeing to have coffee together. The other side of the Capitol, let's go sit down and drink coffee and talk about it. Sometimes, just sometimes, you have to actually get into it with them and go and punch the lights out. Knock the ass out. What the fuck? I'd rather see the MMA fight than them enjoying a cup of whatever pumpkin spice latte bullshit that they're most likely gonna grab, because they both gay. If you're a senator, you're supposed to get someone else's children to fight for you, like in war. Yes. Always get somebody else to fight your wars for you. Never do them by yourself. Puffer P, good to see you too. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Y'all smash that like button for me. I'm just kind of, Darth threw this article at me. He's seen the butt sacks and said, "Oh, this is a perfect one. I want to hear Koolfrogg read this." Bridget said he believes it is intentional, telling reporters owed it was 100% on purpose, ma'am. That was the chances. 435 members in Congress, 8 of us voted against him. I'm one who did it. I'm one of them who did it. He publicly called me out. Bridget said he chased after McCarthy to confront him, and that former speaker didn't know what Burchett was talking about. McCarthy denied that he attacked Burchett, telling reporters, "If I'd kidney punched him, he'd been on the ground." Sure he would. Sure he would. Coming from a true Californian, yes, you are. Not saying Californians can't fight, but I think that the women could probably fight better than the men, in my opinion. The men around there, especially McCarthy. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it coming from him. Who spearheaded the push to oust McCarthy, Matt Gaetz, filed a complaint with the ethics committee about the incident. Gaetz did not witness the incident himself, but anyone can file a complaint. As about the ethics complaint, McCarthy said, "I think ethics is a good place for Gaetz to be." The spokesman for Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican out of Kentucky, seemed to react to both incidents in an X. Today is another example of why Congress shouldn't be. This is McConnell. Today is another example of why Congress shouldn't be in session for 5 weeks straight. Weird things happen. McConnell told reporters he hadn't heard about the incidents, but said it is very difficult to control the behavior of everybody who's in the building. I don't view that as my responsibility. That's something that the Capitol Police have to deal with. That's something the Capitol Police have to deal with. Yeah, right. Capitol Police are going to do something correct for once. I suppose I should watch myself. Oops. Forgot about YouTube. Don't like to be punched, Frog. You may raise Satan. Darth hugs from Puffer. Yeah, if the senator was supposed to get someone else's children to fight, oh yeah, like more. I mean, I thought the article was funny because they about to throw hands in Congress. I would have loved to actually see them throw the hands in Congress as opposed to them. He did this to me, yeah, and I said that, and this, that, and it would have been great if there would have been an actual physical altercation where, like, Capitol Police were called to separate McCarthy and Gates or something. I would have been like, oh hell yeah. I would have been all over that. I would have been all over that. I would have put like changed the title of the show to that. We're gonna totally just talk about that all night and see how long we can. See, good part. What? But Div and Charlemagne can both fight, right? Only over good parking spots. Ah, well, I mean, one has space lasers. She does. The other one has click pow. They didn't need the Capitol Police. They had Bernie Sanders. Yes, Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. Every time I hear Bernie Sanders' name, I still picture him sitting in that lawn chair with his winter mittens on. Mittens don't have fingers. If I donate right now, do you get it off the band? Do you get it off the band silliness? I mean, I have been relieved of a particular the first strike that I got off of these last two. One just fell off on the like 2 days ago. The other one doesn't fall off until sometime in December. And I think anything that comes up after that, you can actually take classes on, so that there's different ways to take away or to do things. I never actually got demonetized. So if you're asking about monetization, yeah, definitely, definitely do that if it's something that you're interested in doing. Otherwise, and I'm not going to say that you don't do it on YouTube, but if you're going to donate, are you really going to donate? I would suggest donating over on the Rumble side, And the reason I say that is, yeah, it's cheaper over here on the YouTube side. It's only $2.99. It's only $2.99, but YouTube goes and takes a whole dollar. You go over to Rumble, yeah, I know it's a little bit more expensive. It's a whole five, but the whole five comes to me as the creator, not just a portion of it, the whole thing. So, if you're gonna donate, I would totally suggest donating over on the Rumble side of things. The Rumble side of things is really the place to be. And anybody that's sitting here on the YouTube side is wondering, hey, where has he been? Like, I did a thing music. What's up? Good to see you. You know, make sure that you take yourself to the Rumble side of things. It always helps out. Puffer P. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Puffer P for $10 says YouTube give this to my friend. Yeah, YouTube's still gonna be like, too bad. You're gonna take a dollar or two. You can take about 30% of that because that's what they're gonna do. It's just what they do. It's okay. It's okay though. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Isn't that only through the end of the year though? Then it's 20%. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true or not. If you can show something that actually shows that it changes from 30 to 20%, totally take your word for it. Otherwise, I don't know if that's true. I haven't seen the update on that. That's interesting if that's true though. That's kind of cool. Now again, asking for your financial support. Everybody is always asking for financial support. We always can use any and all financial support from anybody. Do you imagine if there's a million people on the planet right now that were willing to just give me $1? I'd be just floored. I couldn't imagine what that would be like to have that occur. What's up, Madcore Mofo? What is going on, brother? Good to see you. Not much, not much. Just kind of hanging out, chilling here on both the YouTube and the Rumble side of things. Just trying to, I put my toe back into the pond over here on the YouTube side because I'm like, oh, I'm not actually covering anything specifically. So I should be okay for the most. They just try riling up the crowd just a little bit over on the YouTube side. Let them know, hey, Cool Frog still is alive. Cool Frog still is alive. Cool Frog's got a bunch of things coming down the road. Cool Frog's going to be, as I talk about myself in third person, going to be doing some stuff when it comes to um, channel wise. I'm going to try moving some things around, try changing a few things to be, I don't know, different, I guess. Season three is going to be fun. That's like 1 month away from now. I got a lot of stuff to do for that month. Wonderful Squad Bob bought me the eagle that I'm going to put up behind me and take down the Trump flag. I'm still kind of trying to support Trump yet at the moment. That's why I haven't completely done so. I know people have called me out on it and said, "Hey, I thought you were going to hang that." I'm going to. I'm going to. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool and totally worth it. I'll turn on a camera when I get the chance to do so, and actually hang that. I don't know when that's going to be. As tadpoles around, it's hard to turn on cameras. It's hard to turn on cameras all the time. I got away with turning on a camera for the most last night. So I mean, if you hadn't seen me in a while and are wondering, yeah, I still have long hair and a long beard. It's still there. On YouTube till we speak of blank and blank. Yes. Koof and Freud. Yes. Where does it ego though? Huh? Is Bernie Sanders he is now going again asking for your financial support. Where does it ego? What? I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused, Darth. I'm sorry. I really don't get where you're trying to go with that. I just don't want to send it. If you were still on strike stuff, I don't know how to phrase it. No, I got you. Yeah. No, I'm still monetized at the moment, so any and all donations still come to me. And again, I really do appreciate that. Thank you again. Um, just been playing a while. Think I'm getting hooked. It's good to see you live here. I can watch you at work then. Yeah, see, and there's always a positive to being live on YouTube. Cheers, everybody. There's just something about going live on YouTube that really, after doing it for a few years, and even not doing it for a little bit, it's hard not to do. You just like, "Oh, I want to get back over there. I want to get get a hold of all the people that were there that hadn't caught the reason why it wasn't hadn't been live for the last few months. Whether it be one strike or another, or just trying to stay away to stymie off catching a third one to get yeeted again. Yeah, I just being yeeted is not fun, and it's very um it's very hard to take. It's very hard to take. It really seriously. I having something taken from you like that. It's saddening. It makes your heart hurt. Um, oh, 'tis okay. I mean, it can be okay. It can be okay, but it's still hard to take. Go Hagen. What's up? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Who lost what? Uh, I don't know if you were saying anybody lost anything other than the fact that I had lost the channel at one point in time. It's hard to stay away. It's hard to stay away. There's lots of wonderful people here on the YouTube side that have the abilities or get the abilities to watch, and I'd like to bring that back, but it's so hard to it's so hard to bring that hard hitting content, that news that I like to speak of so much on those late night shows here to YouTube. It's super difficult to figure that out. Yes, I am. What? I reapply for my month end money end of month. Then I might stream more. We'll see what happens. Oh, okay. Yeah, I find it very interesting how all that works with the strikes and the monetization, because they haven't, knock on wood, demonetized me. I really just kind of I see people talking about all kinds of things on YouTube. But it's that political side of it that the YouTube really seriously battens down on. They really don't like anything that goes against their quote unquote narrative. I didn't know you were demonetized, Michael. Again, that's ridiculous. What's the best tasting crayon? Um, Purple? Would purple taste like grape? Because I mean, I'd be down with the purple if it was taste like grape. Otherwise, like Kool-Aid grape, not like fruit grape. Um, um, like I don't know, like a lemonade or a pink lemonade. I'd be down. I'd be down if I knew that I could get it. The actual flavor that I wanted. Hell yeah. I've listened to some stuff that they definitely wouldn't approve of. Right? I think I'd rather a 2 week strike rather than a 3 month demonetization. Yeah, right? Right? That's why I'm like, like kept myself off here for the last month or so or whatever, for the most, just to keep myself from catching it a third one. I'm sitting here with one that it falls off in December, so I'm like, okay, I can mess around a little bit, go say hi to people, and be like, yes, I'm still alive here on YouTube. I know that there had to have been some people that were like, "Where did he go? Did he fall off the face of the planet?" Nah, nah, you just didn't realize that I was still going over on YouTube, or over on YouTube, over on Rumble with lots of people watching. I mean, and almost more watchers on a regular basis over there. Growth has been a positive um, throughout the last month, and I just kind of, really, it makes me, it makes me feel good to think that there's people that are still and willing to come hang out and join me and do all these wonderful things. Uh, Still, 10 watching now, 5 likes. Hit that like button over on this YouTube side. I see 19 watching and only 4 thumbs up over on the Rumble side. It doesn't cost you anything to hit those thumbs up or like buttons. Those are free. That tastes like purple green stuff. It's like 6 or 7. Ew. Purple green stuff. That's disgusting. I mean, unless it's, well, oh. Now I'm going the other way. Now I'm thinking, yeah, that might be actually pretty tasty. Sorry, man, but I don't like Rumble. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like Rumble for multiple different reasons, regardless of what it is, regardless if it's chat or if it's just that it doesn't run right on a phone. I have problems with it running right on my Android phone as well. So, as far as that goes, I get it, where people would be like, no, I don't like it. But YouTube works just fine. Bro, weren't you on YouTube yesterday? Yeah, that's what I said. I'm, kind of, not this late though. Not this late. It's during the day. Going this late at night on YouTube is weird. It's like starting something all over again that you not sure if you should start over. But yeah, I was on YouTube earlier in the day or whatever, and I kind of I followed a couple of political things that I was already paying attention to. So I'm like, oh, there was potential for them to um, expel somebody from Congress, and I was kind of hoping that was going to happen, but that didn't happen either. That didn't happen either. You know what I'm saying? Purple green stuff. Talk. Oh, sticky icky. Yep. Never mind. Never mind. I did a thing music. I was gonna say something about your hand gesture, but never mind. Never mind. Y'all don't want to hear that. The mouth. Is there anything good going on in the world? Y'all gonna make me go search to see if there's anything out there? I really, excuse me. I really don't know. Really don't know if I want to go searching. To what? China takes over California. Did I mean she did make a trip to California to go visit. He did. He did make a trip to California. I really uh found it interesting that last night's article or whatever where he covered how Gavin Newsom cleaned up the city just so that you come into town and see a clean city. You can go back to shitting in the streets afterwards. He's okay with it. But yeah, it's quite the parade of cars. All right. Not going to show that. Not going to show that because why? Because we on YouTube. Frog just devolved. Devolve. Doesn't happen around here. Yours. Charlemagne, all clean now. What? I mean, green? What? Charlemagne, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue what you're trying to say. Tomatoes. You like tomatoes, do you, Darth? You can eat 3 of them. Biden's telling SEC to take control of the internet providers. I mean, don't they already kind of have some control over a lot of that? I mean, if they're going to take control over the internet providers, well, they're just going to go ahead and say, "Oh, we don't like it that people, you know, are up past a certain hour and they go shut us off." You're like, "No late night streaming for anybody. You want to stream? Everybody's going to be trying streaming, at a certain time of the day or something, or you're not going to be able to." Just fuck Joe Biden. Tomatoes was for throwing at the jackass on stage. Yeehaw. Yeah, well, sometimes. We so green now in into California. Oh yeah, so green. I bet. North Korea, there's no stream for anyone who isn't state approved. And that could be a thing. That could be a thing. They could also just be like, nah. Now you said this one thing at one point in time, and we don't like it. We don't like it. So guess what? You never get to stream ever again. Ever again. Take it away. Period. Done. Finished. That could be horrible. I don't know if I want to look into Biden doing such a thing. If it's just talk, or if it's actually that he signed a bill saying, because I mean, if it's just an executive order, next president can go and take that right out of play, take it right out of contention immediately. So you do have to bring it through Congress to make it something legitimate. Any executive order can be overwritten. Homeless camp was set on fire under Highway 10 free. Yeah, Freeway 10. That now there's two of them, right? Because there's one yesterday, the one that I covered on last night's show, and I heard that there's another one. There was a second. There was a second homeless encampment fire, and now right, right. They closed off the whole thing because they were concerned for structural integrity of the freeway. We did watch that yesterday, but sounds like there was a second incident that happened today. Let me see. See, even on days that I say I seriously have nothing, I have nothing for you. Just like, oh yeah, I do remember something about this. Uh, Homeless encampment fire 2 days ago. Disaster waiting to happen. Similar fires near 10 freeway blaze started. Similar fires occurred near site at 10 freeway blaze started at homeless. Um Yeah, there's a couple of incidences of these homeless encampments starting on fire, and I know it kind of sounds like I have a smile on my face, but at the same time, I've really, I don't wish this on somebody, but what the fuck are you doing? You seriously don't know that you shouldn't put or start something on fire near something else that can also start on fire? Someone should have the newsman look into it. Too bad we don't have a newsman who could look at. I'm looking at it right now. Stop it. Wait, maybe we have a newsman. Ellie Font, what is up? Good to see you. He can't control his own brain. It was someone else. I liked playing with puppets as a kid. Puffer. Let's see here. Well, 48 seconds ago, disaster waiting to happen. Similar fires near 10 freeway blaze started at homeless encampments. Fire critically. I suppose we can share it with you. Give me 1 second. Make it a little bit bigger so you can maybe see it. Fire that critically damaged 10 freeway next to homeless encampment Saturday was not the first of its kind. In December 2019, the NBC4 I-Team documented a similar blaze under the downtown Los Angeles freeway that the LA Fire Department said at the time was started at an encampment tucked away in the underpass. This Saturday's freeway fire was a disaster waiting to happen, said Estela Lopez, CEO of Downtown Industrial Business Improvement District, which is adjacent to the 10 freeway, into hundreds of homeless encampments that have gone up in flames. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of encampments under the stretch of 10 freeway with a lot of combustible material that could cause a disaster like this. In the hours that followed, the weekend fire, government officials made conflicting statements about whether there's a connection between the fire and 16 unhoused people who were living under the stretch of the freeway. California's Transportation Secretary Tokes almost shaken. Almost shaken. Tokes almost shaken. That's a wonderful name. If I had the name Tokes almost shaken, I might actually have a YouTube channel called Tokes almost shaken. I'm just saying. Just saying. It's very possible that the fire began at the encampment. Hours later, LA Mayor Karen Bass warned out to jump to the conclusion about the cause. Bass made similar comments on Tuesday morning news conference. For the last 5 years, the I team has documented how the unhoused living under the freeways and the streets routinely light open fires, which is illegal, but fire officials admit they almost never cite the unhoused for these violations. They're just trying to stay warm. They're just trying to stay warm, create a fire, maybe heat up a hot dog that they just or something, whatever it happens to be, keep themselves warm. Keep their. I mean, they're in California, so I really don't know what the low temperature would be, but still, if it drops below 32 degrees, you can still freeze your butt off. Burn down the freeway. Yes, totes almost shaken. Yes, totes almost shaken. That's an awesome name. We just had a heat wave. Well, get ready. Christmas is a month away. Winter is afoot. It's like 58 degrees. See, they ain't gonna freeze. So I mean, it's not that they need the fire, but blame the people works every time. Well, yeah, blame the people. It's the homeless people. It's the homeless people, and the ridiculous thoughts of whatever it is that they do. Apparently, if you're divinity, you can still freeze your butt off if it drops below 80. I guess as I'm sitting here, let me see what the temperature is up here. Currently 43 degrees. I do not have my heat on. And there's a fan blowing on me as I'm sitting in my shorts and t-shirt. I don't understand how 80 degrees could make anybody freeze. Where did I don't know. Maybe she did. Yeah, she was here. Let's see here. Getting hot here in the land of Oz. Oh, I suppose because now you're on the other side of the planet. This imaginary place on the bottom side of the plate, and it's now starting to become warmer. Mm-hmm. Right. Homeless people, when it gets chilly at night, they start fires to stay warm. Well, of course they do. When they need to cook, they start fires. And our team has documented that fires have gotten out of control and torched freeway pillars, nearby apartments, and office buildings. The weekend's fire erupted in the yard of 10 freeway, where highly flammable wooden pallets were stored, which are used by businesses that receive large shipments. And the unhoused also use pallets. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you'd use pallet. If you have a pallet laying around or something, you have something to keep you, 3-4 inches off the ground, away from most of the critters and vermin. It makes sense. Makes sense. But right, exactly. Go ahead again. Newsom cleaned up the homeless for the Panda King. That was one of the first things they covered here tonight. That's so fun how things circle themselves around. Talk about one thing, talk about another, and be like, oh, what about this? Huh? Oh, what about that? So I'll blame it. We should all just blame it on Gavin Newsom. Powers are currency, two people living on the streets. They use them to construct the encampments. They are the flooring. They are the walls. People like Lopez say the city, county, and Caltrans should not be allowed the unhoused to camp out under freeways and are hoping that weekend's fire will be a wake up to forbid the risky practice. Where are they going to go? Are you going to go and you're going to tell them they can't go? Are you going to start arresting them for going under there? Because just saying, some might not be opposed to being arrested to get something good to eat and a bed to sleep on. Just saying. I wouldn't put it past somebody to do such a thing. So how are you going to actually control the situation? I miss her so my favorite. You ain't SoCal. Who said they were? Who said they were? Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, for sure. They're stupid. Yeah, I mean, you can't fix stupid. You really can't. I pray and hope that changes the way the government responds to safety threats around our freeways, but I think I'm going to reserve judgment. Governor Gavin Newsom said Tuesday that the damaged stretch of freeway will not require demolition, meaning that repairs are expected to take about 3 to 5 weeks. 3 to 5 weeks as you progress into winter. You get one snowfall in those 3 to 5 weeks, y'all gonna be screaming, what do we do? Man, all these decades of people doing that, this is the first time ever an overpass burned down. Yeah, maybe an overpass, but at the same time, these encampments have taken out, large amounts of buildings, homeless encampments, and other functionary, buildings in the areas or whatever. When you think about it, so for it to finally take out uh, an overpass, in my opinion, doesn't seem so far fetched. We see photos of where these encampments are. They're all over the city. All over the city. You gonna put them in focus facilities? Yeah, right. It was arson. Yeah, it's the way it sounded. The way it sounded, it was arson. Somebody did light it on fire. Let's see what this says here. You're gonna show us. Detours. While crews work to repair the damage, drivers will have to make detours until further notice. Drivers on eastbound I-10 will be diverted to Alameda. Drivers on westbound 60 will be diverted to northbound I-5 and northbound 101. Drivers on southbound I-5 will be diverted to westbound I-10, but must take the first exit to Mateo Street. Drivers to northbound I-5 must divert to northbound 101. You got to go around all that shit because of this little section here. Gotta go all the way around downtown Los Angeles for those of you that are in that area. Those of you in that area that are traffic's gonna be hell. Looks like it. Looks like it. The way they got this set up. I I couldn't imagine what kind of traffic 10 between 101 and 110 actually does carry as you from in each direction that are going to be dumped into these other roads that are already congested, backed up for miles on end already. Um, Newsom said on TV it was arson. It's a really shitty area to have to detour. Traffic going to be hell. Well, now I'm not sure if that douchebag said it. I have to question it. I mean, I would assume that that's exactly what it was. It is arson. It was arson. Somebody mad at somebody else. I'm gonna burn down your home. You burn down my home. You're gonna burn down your own at the same time. Don't you know, stupid ass? School impacts. Metrolink services will actually be up still. Authorities reported that 6 additional trains will be added in each direction and will connect LA Union Station to Covina Station. So a couple extra trains in play to try helping out with some of that for you train riders. They're going to show this.
News tonight: a fire shutting down a freeway as part of the 10 is now closed indefinitely because of a massive pallet yard fire. Our news shot before flew over downtown LA tonight, where traffic stretched.
It was a pallet yard fire, is what they're trying to say.
Governor Newsom has now declared a state of emergency in LA County, freeing up state resources. NBC4's Christian Kozowitz is live from downtown LA with the effort to get the 10 back open. Christian.
Wait a minute. So the first thing she says is this is an emergency, freeing up resources. So there's resources that were locked that he couldn't access. He's trying to get access to. Go burn down the homeless encampment. Now we have what we need. Let's go ahead and activate those funds so that we can go ahead and do what it is that we wish to do. Is that what she just said to me? No, I mean, I could be wrong, but it kind of sort of sounded that way. They're gonna trains, no reason. No, you don't like trains. You don't like trains. They couldn't just put it out. When did this start? No notification again. Metrolink. Oh, okay. The trains aren't too bad. Okay, I get it.
That's right. I can tell you that a Caltrans spokesperson telling us if no major repairs are needed, one lane going each way could open as soon as Monday. But I want to show you what some of the damage looks like tonight. You can see here behind me just some of the debris here underneath the freeway. All this caused by the fire. Caltrans hoping to evaluate the freeway's columns as well as the underdeck throughout the night and possibly into tomorrow as this major LA freeway continues to create major headaches. One of the heaviest traveled freeways in Southern California tonight remains closed. A portion of the 10 in downtown Los Angeles shut down after a massive fire early Saturday morning. This street vendor across the road witnessing it all.
I hear many explosions before everything starts. And during the fire, there was a steel explosion.
Watch as the flames consume the elevated freeway. Fire officials believe 2 wooden pallet yards caught fire and ripped through a storage yard at Alameda just before 1 a.m.
It was so intense that the fire basically traveled from one side of the street onto the other and started getting the other storage yard.
The fire destroyed mobile homes, cars, storage containers, and homeless encampments. It took 160 LA firefighters and 26 companies to battle the intense heat. But even then, the front part of a fire engine melted. Fire crews were able to save nearby businesses, and no injuries were reported. This cell phone video captured by a worker nearby shows the inferno's aftermath.
The guardrails basically melted well over 1,000 degrees. Firefighters were squirting over 1,000 gallons of water per minute. So much so that we exceeded the capabilities.
Exactly. Go ahead.
of
I'm
our
thinking the
hydrant
same
system.
thing.
Governor Gavin
I'm
Newsom
concerned
declaring
about
a
these
state of emergency
explosions.
to facilitate cleanup
Concerned
and
about these
repair work.
explosions that
It's
just so
terrible.
happen to happen
With the freeway
in a
shut down
pallet
both
yard.
directions between
Now, I
Alameda
mean,
Street and Santa Fe
get
Avenue,
you'd get some
many
cracking
drivers
and
tell us
popping,
getting around is a nightmare.
but
I've been in
explosions,
traffic all night. It's not just back up here.
multiples.
It's affecting the whole city.
And tonight, fire officials advising the public to take alternate routes and avoid the area if possible. Again, we're talking about from Alameda Street all the way to Santa Fe Avenue. Caltrans hoping to reopen the freeway soon.
Only
but
knew
again,
about
guys,
this
the
from
focus here is safety. We're
Spanish
live in
channels or
downtown Los
something,
Angeles.
not the
Christian Gonzalez,
mainstream news.
NBC4 News.
Go figure, KLI. Good to see you. Go figure, though. Go figure that's exactly what it would be. It's still kind of interesting to see. I mean, this stuff that I just picked up here. This is all NBC, LA or whatever. So, and they're trying to still give new updates that look like that must have been one of the more recent updates. Is the one that we just listened to. I'm just kind of listening to another one here real quick just to. No, I mean, maybe. No, not necessary. Same people. Same people. So, I mean, really, that was the most recent update on that particular topic of or subject of homeless encampments going up in flames. Now, I go to Google and I put in homeless encampment fires. Yeah, NBC LA, which is the station I was just at 13 minutes ago. The Independent 2 days ago. As I look through, it looks like Seattle had dealt with issues at one point in time. San Francisco, Denver, a month ago. Canada, 3 hours ago, Edmonton police continue to see dangerous encampment fires. Is this seriously Canada? Huh. Yeah. But there's an awful lot. I still want to question the explosions. What would cause explosions to happen in a pallet yard? I mean, do you automatically just assume that there's propane cans sitting around somewhere that would have caused this? But I mean, they're like melting guardrails, and they said something like 1,000 degrees. I mean, it makes sense. Fires can be very intense very quickly, but at the same time, they should have had put blue sheets over the top of their homeless encampment, and not any other color. They should have done blue. Blue would have helped. The new fancy explosive pallets. I just don't see it. I don't get it. Melissa Jane, what's up, dude? Good to see you. We just kind of hanging out here on both YouTube and Rumble, just kind of chilling, not doing much, just kind of seeing what's out there. IED in drag. Hmm. Interesting thought. But I thought there was something that said there was a second fire. Similar fires occurred near Site's 10 freeway blaze started at 8 hours ago. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not seeing a second fire, but I thought I seen some earlier that led me to think that was. Did you hear about EU and the digital ID? Go ahead, and you know that I have. You know I have. Two major volcanic eruptions threaten Europe, and there's another hiding in plain sight. Mount Etna volcano erupted on Sunday, spewing lava and ash high into the night sky over Sicily. Now, there's no serious fear regarding Mount Etna's latest eruption. Northwest of Sicily, the Samos, the island nation Iceland, is also bracing for impending volcanic eruption. Earthquake swarms hit the town of Grindavik as a 10-mile-long magma tunnel forms beneath the region, prompting evacuation of nearly 4,000 people. Interesting. But it's another Italian volcanic system which poses the biggest threat to the continent. The Campi Flegrei Colledra in southern Italy has been gradually waking up since over the last 70 or so years, according to study. The volcano is roughly 7 to 10 miles across. This largest active caldera in Europe is partially submerged beneath the Bay of Pozzuoli. More than 360,000 people live on top of it. Oh, damn. Yep, they do go ahead and they do vote on that within the next 14 days. They got a couple weeks to see if it sticks or if the people wake up to the ridiculousness of what is digital ID. And as sad as the way things are going, I would almost assume that we're going to see said digital ID. Were the unhoused about to lose their non-homes? Of course. Of course. They were. They were about to lose their non-homes anyway. So, accidental exploding fires, nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Harmless pile on the side of the road that also violently dead. Sleepy little volcano, Pompeii 2.0. I mean, it could be very interesting to see where this goes. What happens with this particular situation. Intervals between major eruptions have been as low as decades to a few centuries. And if this thing goes bang while you're alive, it has the potential to destroy civilization as we know it. Aside from initial blasts, ash clouds from Campo Fleury could wipe out crops globally and plunge the world into a volcanic winter. Bum, bum, bum. A volcanic winter. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Pick a way that you wish to expel yourself from the face of the planet, one dramatic way or the other. So much for global warming, right? Or maybe that's what to say. It got so warm. That it heated up the collider, so it was so hot. It caused this explosion, this eruption to occur. When we get back to civilization, we must remember. We must remember to not be so ignorant. And instead of burning fossil fuels, we should use our fossil fuels to build other structures to give us energy first. Mother Nature is getting us back for our carbon emissions. Each one of these things that goes erupt like this or whatever releases so many more carbon emissions than the population of the planet. It makes the conversation on what's worth less. Yes, cow farts. Yep. Everything sucks. Are you sure, Puffer? Everything? We can't just be happy and not die ever and not worry about mass genocide or a volcano or any other thing. You shouldn't worry about that. I'm down. I'm down. Build a big dome around not everything, just most things. You're like, outside these domes is where the bad things happen. Isn't that what's happening in Ohio with Australia? Just saying. Just saying. Some sucking is a good thing. Hell yeah. I'm down. This bowl doesn't suck. Ah. Some sucking is a good thing. Sounds like a good time. 9 viewers here, 9 viewers there. Smash those like buttons. Talk to me, I'll talk back. I'll give you something. What? That's exactly what I thought you didn't. Just didn't write it. That some sucking is a good thing. Sounds like that I'm down. It's good. Yeah, oh. Says some sucking is a good thing. And then says, I got you. With joy. Oof. Man. Where are we at? Really? Hour and 15 minutes? That's not bad. That's not bad. I think everybody else in the house finally fell asleep. So, being that they finally fell asleep, I don't want to make noise. But what I do want to do is I want to take this flag down. I want to put up an eagle. I'm going to move these monitors around a little bit so you have a different shot from the camera. Something. Puffer. Don't let me ruin your fun times. Don't let it happen. Koolfrogg, you gonna do any more day streams? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to them. I don't get a lot of time to do them. I don't get a lot of time to do them because as Tadpole's getting a little bit older, needs a little bit more time, and he's getting a little bit more time. Kind of runs into issues per se when it comes to trying to run day streams. I'd love to run day streams. They're fun. You get a lot of viewers. You get a lot of different thought. You get a lot of different people. You can get different people in, but I mean, the timing is so hard to do. I'd like to have somewhat of a schedule to do the day streaming. Like I did yesterday. You get the chance to do it, you do it. No, will I get the chance to do it tomorrow? Maybe. And I'll attempt to do something similar to what I'm doing right now. Just, talking to y'all, just saying hi. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to do a lot more day streaming. Because I know, though this time right now at 10 o'clock. Well, I suppose it's now. I have to think about that. It's now because I started off in Central. Started off at 10 o'clock. Used to do things 10 o'clock, Central Standard every night. That was my original time zone. That was my original start time. I was doing Ricardo o'clock on purpose because I'm just like, I just wanted to do something. Wanted to see if there was anybody else that was out there that wasn't watching him. And I've done some day streaming. I've done some, in the afternoon streaming. a lot of those day streaming things or whatever, they get very difficult. I can't turn on cameras because of Tadpole. It's too much. It would not allow me to do such a thing. He won't. Some days I can get away with doing a few hours, and he'll be fine for the most, and won't bug me. I usually try finding somebody to join me on those days, so that way, if something happens where I need to get up, the show can continue while I get up and go take care of the situation and come back. So there's lots. That's 10 Mountain, aka midnight in the real world. Just blur him out. Just blur who what, huh? When it happens, it's a blessing. Yeah, I agree. Sparky, what's up? Long time no see. Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't know. I can only try to do so much and make it be. And like I said, 1 month from the 15th. So some of you is over in that East Coast already on the 15th. 1 month, I will be holding a open mic-ish party. 2 years. 2 years of being live on YouTube. 2 years and going into season 3. Season 3, I'm gonna try changing a few things, thumbnails, naming conventions, try drumming up and doing more in year 3 than I did in year 2. I did a lot in year 1. Year 2 was kind of a heartbreaker for what it was. It took me through the ringer on a lot of the drama. It really took me through a lot, and I don't think people realize that they're like, he's a man. He has no emotions or feelings. All is good. Nah, it's not true. Men have issues too, and yes, we can still be called men. It's ridiculous. So this day and age, how things are, and how stigmatized almost everything is. 3 years. Yep. Wendy and I only found your channel a short while back. I wish we discovered you sooner. Yeah, I've really seriously been around. Yeah, I'll be doing. We're still in year 2 to get that clear, whatever. So we'll be going into year 3 in 1 month. So it's a year and 11 months as we speak. So it's not like it's been that dramatically different in time. But at the same time, I remember when I first started out. That first 3-4 months of doing maybe an hour covering a few things with America Shirts and having zero audience. Had zero audience for several months, and still pushed on and pressed through and continued to try doing whatever it was that I could do. That was a rough 3 months. Because first episode, First episode, you can't even find it. It's not here. It's not here on YouTube. You can go over on Odyssey and find it. And I don't use my Odyssey anymore. I don't use my Odyssey anymore. But you can find that first episode. You can catch the audio for it, and it has documents to go along with it to talk about Koof. And they took that shit so quick. Like, first warning, first day. Like, nah. As I'm walking into what is going to be year 3, it just getting you like, I think I'm at like 13 or 14 strikes in total. Drama sucks. End of story. I just continue on and pay no mind. And that's the thing. That's the thing is it does suck. It does suck. And even trying to, pay no mind and just continue on doing your own thing and making it be what it is, can still be hard to take. Can be hard to take, and especially when you try as hard as you do to create something for people just to walk away from it. And heartbreaking for what it is. But we all are dealt the cards we're dealt for a reason, and it will only make us all better in the future. So, all the wonderful people that are here in my life, appreciate y'all. I'm glad that you've come through. Glad that you've done all those wonderful things, like hitting the like button. Donate. Please do. The success comes failure. Yes. Fight. Exactly. It happens. And those that stick and stay get to grow with. That's the fun one. Is the ones that do stick around and stay with it, get to grow with it, and we all get to be better for what it is. You guys were here during my hardest time. I really appreciate you in chat. Yeah, I'm glad that I could be here for you. I'm not really, not to discredit whatever it is that I did for you, but I'm glad that that we could do whatever it was that we could. I know that community wise, certain things fluctuate and change, so I don't know. Hopefully it was whatever it was that I did for you made things better. When Wendy died, I just needed company. Yeah, no, I remember that. And I'm glad that you're still around, and glad that I could do something to keep you company and keep you from going potentially insane, like so many do. So yeah, I'm glad that I could be here for you on that. Sad. Exactly, Puffer. Hugs for everyone. Because we love every single last one of you. We appreciate you for what you are, and whatever it is that we can do to make your life better. I know, and I'm gonna say it yet one more time. Go over to my community tab. Go over to community tab. Now I'm gonna check this community tab as I'm talking about. I'm gonna check it real quick just to be sure that this is updated. I don't think it's updated. Now that I speak of it, you can get yourself into Discord super easily by going in to the community tab if you have a membership to the Koolfrogg Army. Get you into that Discord. If you can't afford to do it, you're like, no, that won't work for me. You come talk to me. I will get you a link to get into Discord. There's a couple other people you can talk to as well. Talk to Vicky, talk to Beautiful, or Jimmy. They'll get you in there. Now, if you talk to America Shirts and you get him to get you in there, you tell him Koolfrogg misses you and wants to talk to you. Why is this? I always have such an issue finding. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. There's a couple more. There's the community tab. Let's see here. 11 days ago. Yeah, that's not up to date. Let's copy, paste for the Frog Army hire. There you go. New Discord link as of 0 seconds ago. Get yourself in Discord. Come join me for conversation. And you just never know. You just never know what kind of fun we can have. What kind of conversations can be had, or who will be there. Can't get you into Koolfrogg's Discord though. I'm not gay. Yes, Darth Hideous cannot get you in there. He is not gay. What he could do, as opposed to thinking that he has to be in everybody else's Discord, is he could just invite people to his. That way we can just go to his and talk to him. But I don't have one, or whatever it be. Just saying. Oh, what's this? I can stay. Her is like in the shill. I'm gonna go to bed and work. Here's Fiverr. Let's have to get back YouTube hack and still here today. Good night. Good night, Sparky. Sleep on, my man. Was gifted the membership to the channel and don't know from whom, but I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is keeping those on, because you just never know. You just never know when somebody is going to be like, hey, I like gifting memberships. And they'll go and they gift out memberships. No, memberships over on the YouTube side are only $2.99. $2.99. So you get in. You got in for the off of a gift, so you don't have to worry about it. It won't like recharge you at the month, but that's something that it will give you an email saying, hey, but this has come up or whatever. Is there something that you'd like to do to keep going? You can keep going if it's something that you're interested in doing. I do have conversations with Koolfrogg that I run on Saturdays. Those are members only streams that are right here on YouTube only. There's a couple of them out there that might be interested, that you might be interested in if you hadn't caught them already, if you are a member. And there's more to come. I do have the month booked out for the most. I haven't heard back from the gentleman for this weekend. Hopefully I hear back from him to confirm if it's a yes or no, so I can figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm really kind of thinking if it falls through, because I've already done a Friday night open mic by that time, I might just do something crazy. You just never know what I do. Hang up a sign, build some Lego, I don't know. I got a couple of fun ones. I have the White House and the Capitol building both need to be built yet. My Discord is a knitting club. Okay. So now I can't join your knitting club? See how it is? I see how it is. I like to knit. I mean, crocheting's fun. Really? What? What's so funny, Charlemagne? The knitting club? I mean, I'm interested. Do we get to learn how to knit if we don't know how to knit well enough? I only see, there you go, Charlemagne. I only know how to crochet. See, you gonna teach us all how to knit, Darth? Zach321, what's up? Can you knit? No, that's why you're gonna teach us. You gonna teach us all how to knit, Darth? Gonna talk to the club. Forgot how to do both? Sure, great liquor. Huh. I bet you know how to do both of them completely well without an issue. Like riding a horse or a bike. Just get right back up on it. Yes, great liquor and Darth Hideous teaches to knit. It's a great time. I can see it now. I can see it now. I can see into the future how awesome such a thing would be. I'm gonna skip that next round of commercials. It seemed like it just threw a thing up to not even a minute ago saying that there's going to be an ad. And then all of a sudden it comes up again and say, hey, there's going to be another ad. It's like, nah, you don't need to add another one. My Lord. Yeah, I want you to watch the ads. Definitely watch the ads. Or go to YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium is better for the creator. The creator makes more money off of it, off the watch hour. So just saying. You know, it is something, but it's amazing how it just wanted me to throw another ad at. I'm like, no, I didn't throw another ad. What's up, Jacob? Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We just kind of hanging out for the night. We just kind of hanging out. I didn't have time to really come up with news articles and all of the wonderful things it be. So, you know, chill with Koolfrogg is more like it for the night. You just kind of hanging out and letting it be. I don't know. You don't ask them to teach you to read in a book club. That'd be so funny. Find a book club, join it, and go walk in there. And as they're all saying, okay, we're going to read this particular book, say, well, can we read something a little bit more easy that I don't understand how to read? And obviously, you know, my language on it would be too much. You'd be like, I can't read. And you no read, no comprehend. whatever it be, and hand them the book and be like, teach. See if you can't convince somebody to teach you how to read at a book club. That'd be so funny. Record that shit. Or just go to Rumble, which isn't affected by YouTube ads. I mean, you could, but there's so many people that like YouTube. Do serial killer trivia or trivia? Do trivia? Where, here? On YouTube? I don't know. You don't ask them to. You don't. You really don't, but you know. Go find a band and say that I don't know how to play an instrument. Will you teach me how to play? Doesn't matter what instrument it be. Just teach me. Koolfrogg, you should read War and Peace to your audience at nights when you don't show up with an actual show. Darth's been teaching me how to read real good. I'm sure he has. That's that way no one sticks around and they're encouraged to do better. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's encouragement for a day that was too busy that I couldn't really have time to create a show. I mean, I don't know if that's a you know, maybe it'd be a little discouraging, and I might get into War and Peace, and you might have War and Peace read by the end of the week. I don't know. Probably not. I was thinking about reading 1984 on a stream. I've thought of the same. It's a quite an interesting story for sure. What's up, King? Good to see you. Yeah, very lovely story. Kind of, you know, a little dystopian. You know, kind of eerily similar to a few things that we noticed going on here in the future of when that book was actually written for. You know. I doubt it. You doubt what? That it's a lovely story, or that anybody else is going to read it? I don't know. I don't know if you actually grab 1984 George Orwell book, if you went to go read it right here on YouTube, I doubt it. Finishing War and Peace? Yeah, right. Do you think YouTube would allow you to continue to read this? Should I test it? It makes me it's like I think about doing it like, oh yes, I should totally do this. Why wouldn't they? I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting concept to see what would actually happen on YouTube trying to read it. They should. They think it's a how-to book. Kinda. Kinda. What do you got there, King? Somebody else read. 10.5 hours. 1984, read by Steve Parker. Seriously? He's got 10.5 hours. There's 23 chapters. How does he? Damn. I mean, I guess. It's thanks for bringing that up there, King. Good stuff. You're good. I prefer Dostoevsky, but both great. The version read by Stephen Hawkins is 37 hours. Starship Troopers, 10.5 hours, and that's by someone who can actually read. I mean, right, Darth? Can you imagine how long it would take you to do it? How long you been working on the 48 Laws of Power? No, and that's, I think that's pretty much where I would go with it. I wouldn't try doing 10.5 hours straight. I do like chapter read. I do a chapter read, and then compile it later to get down to the 10.5 hours, because there's no way that person just reads for 10.5 hours straight and puts bookmark in it and puts bookmarks in place for each and every single one of those. I mean, you could, but I have the double Dostoevsky in my hand. At least 6 months. Read out loud to my daughter. Voice gives out close to full voice gives out close to a full chapter, and that's why I said I'd do chapter read. I wouldn't try doing a set and try doing the full book. I'd stress myself out too much, and I'd end up hurting myself after the first chapter or two. I kind of tried doing that once before. I started trying to read Durham reports over on Locals, and I was reading too much at one point in time, trying to push through it or whatever, and it just didn't work. We'd like the Reading Rainbow. Just take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. Yes. Reading Rainbow. Deep dives with Darth. So there is something that's interesting potentially coming up. I say potentially because I need to know that I have the people to do it. I need to know that I have the people to do it, and we don't. It's short time, month and a half ish, month and a half till Christmas, and I want to do a reading of a Christmas Carol. Uh, of some version of or another, and get everybody to show up to do parts. Now I know that everybody can sit through the whole thing or whatever, and that your parts would be limited to how long, and whatever it be. Uh, Maybe if we didn't have the enough people to take up parts, that we could um, maybe do something to a couple parts. But I'd really like to do it. I'd really like to do it. I think it would be fun. And it could be very interesting. I think that we could do this. Do you even have the screenplay in PDF? Do we need the screenplay in PDF? Do you need it in PDF? I mean, if I can get you the screenplay, wouldn't it be enough for you? It's not that you need to study it to. I'm not asking you to be like on stage in costume. We're going to be here on YouTube presenting the Christmas Carol via a Frog Army production. And I'd like to get enough people together to do such a thing. I think it would be fun. Now I want to watch Scrooge, right? I think it would be fun. I think it'd be very interesting. Jimmy does voices. He could do a whole thing himself. I mean, and that's the thing is just if depending on how many people we got, I know that a couple of us, Jimmy for sure, can do multiple voices. I could probably maybe do two and keep myself separated in the voices for the most, but it's not something that I want to do. But I think that I can get Tiny Tim to be read by Tadpole. So, it'd be, kind of fun. Which floor? That movie was so fun. Wow. I do have to say I'm impressed with myself. And I say I'm impressed with myself. I'm almost going on 2 hours. I'm very impressed with myself. So, things like, 1984, stuff like that, it's not unheard of. Koolfrogg and Donald Trump as Scrooge. Yes, we could do Donald Trump as Scrooge. There'd be so much fun to try sounding like Donald Trump for the whole show. I mean, if we come down to it where we didn't have the people to do certain things, we probably could. 357. Evening. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Or I suppose it would be good morning to you. Good morning to you. Is that that's what's going on right now? You gotta count in my head. Top of the morning to you. Oh, maybe the wrong, maybe the wrong accent. But good to see you either way. To say you only won. Not impressed. What? the hell's that supposed to mean? Darth? Not impressed. Deep fried. Can I be the Christmas turkey? I mean, if you must. So, we can go this route. We go this route the next time something. If I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to say it yet because I can't. But I have ideas. I have ideas. I have ideas. If certain things happen or don't happen when it comes to this weekend, I'm hoping that Grim gets back to me and confirms he is supposed to be with me on Saturday for conversations. We'll see. We'll see. If he doesn't, I still have to do something. I'll still produce something for y'all, and so members only. Get those member only, or those memberships up over on the YouTube side, so you don't miss. So you're not going to want to miss it, because regardless to what I do, I'm gonna do something. If Grim shows up, that'd be the best. If he doesn't for whatever reason, I have something. I will do something else. We'll go crazy. We'll go crazy. Have fun. I could have watched 10 hours of paint drying. No. You ain't watching 10 hours of paint drying. I know you sent me the link. I told you that we could do that Friday night. We'll put that up in the background. 10 hours of paint drying. We'll see how long that lasts. That's why I'm always late. Koolfrogg, I really did this idea. You did what? What? I just say this. You did what idea? That's why I'm always late. I'm confused. What'd you do? What'd you do, Jacob? Talk to me, my man. What's the story with the tiger? This guy? This guy here? He was gifted to me by Squab Bob. Now, the Squab Bobs didn't send it to me. He sent it to Tadpole. But because it has these arms, these flex slat bracelet style arms that, when you wear it and it clamps to you, he doesn't like it. It's too much. So, because it was gifted by Squab Bob, because it was gifted and he didn't like it, I just immediately wrapped it around it. So it just stays there, hangs out on my microphone. So yeah, that's the story. It's Squab Bob gifted that. It's fun. But because it's clingy, it was too much for Tadpole. He didn't like that. So it's mine. It's mine. And he gets to join me. I can kind of hide behind him. I don't know. Just kidding. I don't. I just never took it off. And it probably won't come down. It's something that was gifted to me. Cool. I showed my daughter. Oh, that's awesome. But she liked that. Where are we at? All right, 2 hours. We are at the 2 hours. What I'm digging is the idea of live reading Christmas Carol. Yes. Yes, it's happening. It's happening no matter what. I just need to get people to confirm that they'd be willing to take parts, that they'd be willing to take parts and join in the adventure of doing such a thing. It is going to happen. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I suggested a couple parts to a couple people, and I didn't really hear back yet. So once I can start firming up, get a guest list, get the list set on who's doing what, and get a script. Get a script to everybody. If they can't Google and find a script themselves. Didn't even talk about Israel, Palestinians, Ukraine, and Russia. Nope. That's another thing. That's another thing, Darth. Because of the way I'm trying to work myself into year 3 of Shtick with Koolfrogg, things are changing just a little bit. The things are going to change just a little bit. And because World War III is so hard to talk about, I think we might just have to pick a day to do World News Day, and just only cover world news on one day. Keep ourselves limited to the exposure of the sadness that is happening around the world that we have to pay for. I don't know. I don't get it. All right. Well, I think that that there's so many ideas and so many fun things to happen. I didn't even get to bring up our commitment to fighting 48 wars. Well, you just did. You just did. So glad that we could commit to such a thing. I'd lend a hand reading Christmas Carol if you needed. Jacob Castro. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll get a hold of you. We'll figure this out to be sure which part it is that everybody is doing. So, start of my list, Jacob Castro, and of course I'll be there. Lady Frog will be there, and Tadpole will be there. So that Darth will be there because he kind of already said something about taking a part at some point in time. That the place with the mountains and the red dress. Charlemagne, would you join in something like that? Would you be interested in reading A Christmas Carol? Come on, man. War 3 is my favorite news headline. The dead babies. All the dead babies. Yes, dead babies. So, like I said, I think there's 15 parts the Christmas Carol. So anybody that is interested, that wants a part, would like to join, thinks that they could do. I'm pretty sure that we can solidify and have a list of 15 people. Jacob, you're at the top of that list. Thank you so much for saying that you joined in on that. I appreciate that. I don't know how to do that. You don't. Not trying to make you believe. Not trying to make you believe. I'll be in the audience. I'm hoping that I can get Squaw Bob to do the part of Scrooge He says that when I asked him to do it, I'm still not going to believe in Christmas, Koolfrogg. I'm like, you don't have to. You don't have to change your thoughts or opinions on something to join us for an awesome reading of what will be the Christmas Carol. Now, when I said that, my wife was actually she was thinking that we were going to go a different route. And when we went that route with it, she's like, "Oh, that's fun." She thought we were going to do some kind of nativity set, whatever type thing, which could be kind of fun in itself. If you think about it, it could be fun in itself. I do a wonderful cringy Brit accent. That's so good. That's so funny. So let's see. I gotta Tilly T. How you doing? Good to see you. All is good. All is good. I'm just kind of, you know, sitting there hanging out here on the YouTube and Rumble side of things, just doing much of nothing in particular, just kind of chilling, hanging out with this awesome chat of mine. I'm calling it a night. We'll talk soon. Okay, Jacob, you have a good one. Sleep well. Zach. So now, Zach and Kayla, that's the same person, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I always there's too many of you that put this Russell Brand accent. Yeah, we need to think about some of that. We need to think about some of that and see what we can do, and see what we can come up with for cast character, and still probably be. I think this could be cool if we set this up correctly. Correct. Okay. Thanks, Zach. I just wanted to be sure. But so I mean, now there's a couple that I'm hoping on that I need to talk to that would actually do this. I'm pretty sure that one for sure. I'm not going to speak for anybody, so I'm not going to put any names out there. But I'm assuming that I can fill this list of 15 characters and get everybody in for their parts, and be most likely myself have to be the narrator / producer, as I'd be putting people in and out of the room for when their parts come into play to make everything flow. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very interesting to see how well we boomer our way through a production of Christmas Carol. I'm excited. Are there any homeless people in the Christmas Carol? I want to play a homeless man number 1. That's funny. I'm not so sure who the whole cast is. I have to actually look at it. And, I see that Zach said that he, has a cringy accent. So, we can really think about that. Mark that down so that we keep it in mind. Not going to promise anything to anybody right now. This is something that's tentative. So keep that in mind. Anybody that's interested in joining you, I'll keep in touch with each and every single one of you on what's going to happen. I'll get the PDF if I need to. If you can't find it, I actually know the role I'm auditioning for, and I'm gonna be pissed if I don't get it. Tilly T, 10 pounds, says new book for Tadpole. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll totally do that. I'll put it towards a new book for Tadpole. Wow. Thank you. Piss if I don't get. Darth, which role are you thinking of? Because I don't want to. I don't want to like us, just tell somebody yes, you can have it, and I was going to have you be all pissed. So which ghost was it that you wanted? I think that was the last thing that you said to me was one of the ghosts, the future. He says so that way I can have enough to drink before you get to. You audition for it. This is a low budget production. Low budget production. This isn't something that it's going to be like, oh yeah, we made it big today. We made it big today, boys. I mean, you never know. You never know. It just might turn into something. Or, a couple of us get looked at by somebody that found it just super interesting. That we did whatever it was that we did, and they want us for a part or something. It could change your life. Could change your life. You just never know. See, and that's what I'm saying, Charlemagne. You sure you want to turn that down? The chance to Darth can do anything. He's like Whitney Houston or some. He's he's every man. You should get Mr. Beast to be your content creator mentor. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm down. Mr. Beast wants to come around and try helping me out. Sure, let's go. We could just make a good video. I mean, exactly. It's gonna be fun, and everybody's gonna really enjoy and have a good time. That's what I want. That's what I want. Is to have a good time with it. So the those that wish and think that they can make something like that, fun and doable, and they'd be able to make the time to join us to do such a thing. Got to do is say, hey, me. Hey, I think I can do that. Can Mr. Beast locate America's shirts first? Right? Can we do that? Can we get get Mr. Beast to find America's shirts? Because I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine we put America's shirts as the present or something? Yeah, no, right? Don't have shirts girlfriend's number. Yeah, populating the earth to save humanity. He's the next Genghis Khan. So, I think we'll stick around for maybe another minute or two. We'll give you a chance to say anything that you wish. If you have a question or a thought or an opinion, or you'd like to say, "Hey, I want to throw my hat in the on that particular night of fun of reading A Christmas Carol." Say something. Say something, and we will make it be. We'll make it be. No, he's just getting. Yeah, I don't know if that's why he's abandoned us, if it's that he's actually getting something. I'm afraid he's been abducted by Nancy Pelosi. Just maybe. Just maybe. All right. Puffer, Tilly T, thank you both so very, very much for the donations tonight. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for doing all the wonderful things that you all do. Please smash that like button, hit the thumbs up button, do all those wonderful things for me. I mean, it's like them being abducted by Nancy Pelosi. I mean, that he's getting sex? Maybe. Let's go along with that thought. Let's go along with that thought. If you haven't done all those wonderful YouTube and or Rumble like things, please do all those. Please do all those things. I'm gonna take a quick glance to see if there's anybody that we can redirect to. Not like anybody ever does it to me. But send y'all somewhere. Maybe if they let you. Most of these places don't let you. Don't let you raid their channel. It's like, why wouldn't you let people raid you? Why wouldn't you let people raid you? What's the point of not? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I guess not. Please don't send us to Junkieta. You can't. He's one of those that actually has that shut off. You can't be sent there. You can't be sent there. So, I guess we won't send you anywhere. I appreciate you also very, very much. Do all those wonderful things for me. I will see you back here tomorrow. Maybe on YouTube. We'll see if we do something during the day. I'm guessing that there should be some interesting votes that come through House and or Senate. Hopefully I get a chance to bring you some kind of structure tomorrow. Not that you need it. Not that you need it. It seems like you all still enjoyed your night. I'm glad that you're here. Donate to the cause. Maybe Frog will come with the show. Maybe not. I mean, like I said, y'all did just fine without me doing that. Or maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day than what today was. If you're having a bad day and you need help with anything, you need assistance, you need somebody to talk to, please reach out. Please reach out. Don't be afraid to do so. I love you all so very much. Talk to you later. Peace. Ah.